Hi, my name is Sheila Corona. Welcome to Handbook for the New Paradigm, Volumes 1, 2, and 3. We are in number 3, entitled Becoming, and this is session number 24. If you're following along in the book, it's page number 310. And I'm just going to jump right in. As the time for the closing of the cycles comes closer, an impetus is being felt within those who are energetically compatible. Because of the flow of energies that are now focused within the magnetic field of the earth and those thought energies that are available, a mental and emotional discomfort is being experienced by many. These feelings and understandings that something is out of the ordinary are motivating these people to search for a cause and an end to this uncomfortable state. It might be said that cosmic burrs are being planted so as to get the attention of those who are energetically yet outside the level of submissive indoctrination. These are the ones who will find and read these messages and identify with the content and its purposes. The search for the cause and the solution will end with the reading. Then will begin the commitment to a purpose that calls for fulfillment in a way that is difficult to ignore. Once the seeds of a purpose are ingrained within the awareness, it roots and becomes aware of opportunities to express and participate within its expression. This illustrates the law of attraction, as those who are already committed are focusing attention to manifest a new paradigm of experience. The law of attraction begins to draw more and more into this shared focus. As the intentional focus gathers more that share this cooperative agreed upon desire, this activates the second law of the universe, that of intention to manifest a shared focus. That focus begins to clarify and to intensify, thereby adding more attraction energy. This building of a momentum then multiplies exponentially. It is the shared general point of agreement that is the organizing impetus for the successful manifestation of the intended focus. As the laws begin to act and interact with and within each other, the process of thought thinking begins. Thus, opportunities and synchronicities begin to be incorporated into the experience of those holding the intended focus in their consciousness. It is critical that those in the beginning phases hold the general intention of creating change through their own desire to do so. Out of this intention will blossom the birth of this new experience. Mankind has been held in bondage and ignorance long enough. There are enough evolved humans present now on this planet who desire to take responsibility for the present and future of this planet to focus this intention into a new reality. It is a matter of getting the truth of the situation into their awareness and offering them a solution that does not require them to sacrifice their life experience to the intentions of other detrimental plans for humanity. It merely requires that they change their attitudes and understand that they are the rightful owners of their own planet, provided they are willing to be responsible citizens of it and of the galaxy of which it is a part. It is necessary that each and all understand that planned manipulation has been foisted on them at every turn, through every institution, be it government, media, societal mores, religious doctrines, and the quote, ground in understanding that violence and competition are the answer to all problems. Indeed, calm, resolute, and unbending intention that underlies all forms of decision, actions, and thoughts will bring about more positive changes in one lifespan than thousands of years of aggressive misuse of each other. And I swear I feel like that's true because ever since I turned my focus inward, nothing's really changed in my outward life except for my attitude towards my life. And it's made all the difference in my experience of my life. So I feel like that's what that's speaking to there. Further, it is time to end the allowance of outsiders to misuse the mineral resources and the human animal resources so generously provided by this planetary home. It might be said that humanity's mining claims have been literally stolen from them through the misuse of these resources on the planet and through the export of them by those who have already misused and mistreated their own planetary home. Now they despoil yours to continue their same pattern. Careful study of documented information and studied conclusions now available in printed form leads the discerning individual group to the inevitable conclusion that indeed something is very wrong. It is time to change the scenario for the sake of humanity and to end the literal rape of this earthly domain that is the heritage and birthright of those whose home it is by birth and by adoption. This planetary home is humanity's to retrieve and to own. But first, the false mining claims must be refuted and correct ownership established. Since the power of the contesting entities for continued colonization of this planet is totally overwhelming, then action of the laws of the universe, properly understood and applied, is the powerful resolution to the problematic situation that seems so dire when its full picture is comprehended. Through the law of attraction, those of singular intent will gather their focus. By cooperatively intending to create a new experiential paradigm of experience, the next layer of power through the second law will be added, and those will interact and integrate, bringing forth discernible intensification and expanding attraction of others to the process. The third law of the universe is the most difficult to assess and to practice. It is the law of allowance. The process must be allowed to construct itself within the focused and agreed upon intent. This law is most perfectly applied through confidence in and acknowledgement of every nuance of manifestation as they begin to be experienced not only as a group, but also especially within the daily happenings of each individual's personal life. I feel like that's what I just stated there a few moments ago about how I see my life has changed and I can feel other things happening and changing out there. The new paradigm of experience is a coalescence of all the individual experiences that fit within the agreed upon focus of intent. These are locked in as they are noticed, acknowledged, and appreciated. It is the small occurrences that instill the confidence that is at the center of the application of the law of allowance. Doubt is a normal human trap, but when the desire for change is deeply felt and held in mental and emotional confidence, it must manifest. This will not be an easy phase. Thus, the encouragement of small group interaction with the sharing of both knowledge and, quote, happenings that support the actual reality of experience. And I want to say here, I'm being shown right here, that's what getting together in small groups and having conversations, sharing synchronicities, discussing these things and looking at them in positive lights of what is happening is what this is referring here to. I'm going to say that again. This will not be an easy phase. Thus, the encouragement of small group interaction with the sharing of both knowledge and, quote, happenings that support the actual reality of experience will strengthen this necessary application. There are those individuals that will accomplish this phase very much on their own. All are appreciated. Through the coordinated and integrated action of the first three laws of the universe, the fourth law of harmony and balance will manifest into reality. This is not to say that there are no polarity experiences within the law of balance and harmony. Indeed, there are. However, there are not the extremes of experience leading to great imbalance. These are merely lessons of discernment that demonstrate knowledge lived into wisdom. It is the learning to rely on the self-awareness to perceive where each is within the application and understanding of these laws that underlies all of manifested reality. That will replace the programmed need to look outside to some power greater than self for the gift of permission to do something or to fulfill a desire. And I'm being shown right now, oh my gosh. Once upon a time, a long time ago, I stood outside the vice president's office of a company that I worked for, and I heard the president of the company and the vice president of the company discussing me. And I heard the vice president, the president say to the vice president, why does Sheila react to Peter, another vice president, the way she does? And I won't forget that vice president saying to him, well, it's like this. Let's imagine you're doing push-ups and I put my foot in the middle of your back, and every time you try to push up, I slam you to the floor. Eventually, you are going to look up to see if I'm still there or to ask if it's okay. This is that is a traumatized response. And I feel like this is what this is referring to here. And everybody on this planet has a bit of this in one way or another. So I'm going to back that up and read that again. That will replace the programmed need to look outside to some power greater than self for the gift of permission to do something or to fulfill a desire. It is up to the self to attain that desire through the application of those laws for the self and in cooperation with others. Thought, properly intended, thinks and acts through to completion if properly held in mental and emotional focus for positive change. Focus is, quote, lightly held by the mind. If you intend for your body to move from one room to the other, it simply does by acting on your intentional motivation for it to do so. It acts entirely within the universal law of intention into manifested action. It is not even a conscious thought. It is intended action, and it happens. The subtlety of this example demonstrates the power of intention that is, quote, lightly held, but as yet is yet confidently expected to happen. It would be well for this example to be contemplated and carefully understood. Wow, that's the end of number 24. And that's all I'm going to read today, but I also see it within that session my desire to always and only move towards that which brings me the highest joy in each moment, where I feel drawn to go and do, because therein lies my path as part of the experience that I wish to come here and have and share and be and do. So until we meet again, my friends, be well.